Gretchen. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be sort of an update video. I wasn't really planning on doing an update video regarding this, but I see so many comments all the time of people who are afraid to get piercings because they may eventually get to a point of wanting to remove said piercing and they're not sure what comes after that. And I get that fear. You get a piercing, a lot of times people will tell you, oh, it's only temporary. Like, if you don't like it, you can take it out and it'll go back to normal. Not always the case. Unless you're someone like me who doesn't really mind if there's like a little hole left, a little scar left, just something a little bit visible after you've removed a piercing. I don't look at piercings as being temporary. To me, they are semi-permanent because although you can remove them, you can remove the jewelry so that it's no longer there, there still is the possibility of a hole being left behind even after having it out the jewelry for a bit. So for today's update video, you might be able to tell from the title of this video, but I'm going to be updating you all on the removal of both my right nostril piercing as well as my labret piercing. So at the time of making this video, it will have been pretty much exactly a year since the video I put out regarding removing my labret piercing, or retiring my labret piercing, I should say. I refer to each piercing differently. I called this one retiring my labret piercing, and I called my right nostril removing my nostril piercing. And the main reason is because I had no intentions of ever getting my labret redone. It served its purpose, I had fun with it, and at that point I was done with it. Whereas with my right nostril piercing, I was like, I'm just removing it for now so I can have an opportunity to close up and I can get it redone. That's why I referred to it differently. However, I've still been toying with the idea of bringing the labret back. Still not entirely sure about that. If I did, I would want it redone differently because it got to a point where I could feel the jewelry rubbing on my gums, and I didn't like that. At the time of this video being posted, it will have been shy 1 day from when I posted the original video of retiring my labret piercing. Time of recording this, it's been a year and 3 months since I removed my right nostril piercing. So it's been a little bit longer for that one. I did remove them pretty close together, you know, within 3 months or so, 3-4 months, something like that. It was December of 2021 when I removed my right nostril piercing, and March of 2022 for my labret. So what is it like a year later? Well, you can still see the holes. I feel like, especially the right nostril piercing, you can still see the hole. Now, this one, the labret, may be a little bit less noticeable because my bottom lip kind of overhangs it, so you don't see it as much, but it is still there. You can still see the indentation where it was. For those that are like, oh, you know, I want to get said piercing, but I don't know what it's going to look like if I decide I no longer want it. This is where mine are roughly a year after removing them. I feel like they've made good progress, especially my labret. Keep in mind, this is a more fleshy piercing, whereas this one is definitely a cartilage piercing. Cartilage piercings may still be more noticeable after some time, whereas a fleshy one is gonna have more blood flow and close up or heal up faster. Now, there have been times where, over the past year, I've definitely kind of given both an equal look to see just where they are. You know, have they closed up? Can I get anything in them still? I don't believe I can get anything in my nostril. I believe I can get something partially in, like from the outside going in, but I don't think I can get anything from the inside going out. So I think it has for sure closed up on the inside, but I do think it hasn't quite fully closed up. Now, whereas with my labret piercing, I'm pretty sure that one has closed up. However, when I rub my tongue, like on the inside of my bottom lip, I can at least feel the indentation where the piercing was. And then I can definitely see it on the outside, especially when I press my tongue against my bottom lip. It makes it stick out some. So I thought it'd be kind of interesting to see what jewelry I could potentially get in either of those piercings. So I have jewelry that I would typically wear in it or had worn in it at some point, just to see if I can get anything in at this point in time. Because you'll hear stories of people saying like, oh, I took my navel piercing out 5 years ago and I could still get something in it. Or I took my nose piercing out 2 years ago and I could still get something in that. I know for me, when I had my lobes done, when I was first getting back into piercings, I had already gotten my 3 lobe piercings on each ear, but I, for some reason, just didn't wear jewelry in these two probably because they were done at Claire's with a gun and it just never healed well. I had jewelry out of them for like a good 5 years. They were sore for a while, but I was able to get jewelry back in them. I don't know if I'll be able to get anything in, say, like my labret piercing, because it is more fleshy, kind of like with your lobes. I'm not anticipating getting anything in my nostril, but we'll see. But I thought I'd show y'all, just so if you are thinking of getting a piercing and you're like, I may not want this forever, what can I anticipate once I remove it? This is at least an idea. Now, everyone's gonna be different. You know, you could take your nostril piercing out and like 5 days later it's completely closed up and you can't get anything in it. Whereas your neighbor down the street could take their nostril piercing out, try it 5 years from now and get something in. So everyone's gonna be different, but at least this can give you an idea. I'm gonna zoom y'all in so we can at least see it together, kinda. The jewelry is really tiny, so we'll see. All right, we are super zoomed in just so you can get a better look of like my right nostril piercing. You can kind of see the hole, I'm pretty sure. I'm looking on a really tiny screen right now, so I can't see it, but I can't see a whole lot over there. But there is the right nostril piercing hole. And then same with the labret down here. You can still see the little indentation. So I thought I would try the nostril piercing first, which was pierced at an 18 gauge. Also keep in mind, I'm planning to get this redone in like a week, I think. Something like that. So finally the time will come for something to be back in there. But I have an 18 gauge L-shaped jewelry. I figured this one would probably be the easiest to try and get in, just because I have on fake nails right now and doing anything with those is impossible. It's already meeting resistance. So I think my right nostril, despite the fact that it looks like it's there, pretty sure that one is donezo. Oh yeah, big time resistance. Yeah, it doesn't want to go in. So I'm pretty sure it just has like the outward indentation look still. It's done, which is nice because then I can go get it re-pierced and not have to worry about it being open. Now it just might look weird because there'll be a hole and then another one next to it. It's fine, we're gonna make it work. And then for my labret, I just have, I keep dropping it, it's so small. How does anyone do anything with like long nails? I don't know how anyone does anything with long nails. And these aren't even long by most standards. So for the labret, I just have a 16 gauge little labret back in. It's a threadless one. I'm gonna just try doing it from this way. I'm not even gonna bother trying to do it from the inside because I'm pretty sure the inside is closed up. Kind of goes in. Oh, that's wild. When I press on it, I can feel the jewelry on the inside of my mouth. Maybe it's not as closed up as I thought. That's wild. Like when I press on it, obviously, like it's pushing up almost like against the skin that has grown over it, but I can feel it press up. Like if I put my tongue down there, I can feel it. So it's not as closed up as I thought. So yeah, that's what it's like putting jewelry in either of those piercings now. For the most part, they're closed up, but interesting that I could feel the jewelry for my labret. So that's just kind of a little update on where these piercings currently stand after having been taken out a year or more ago. I also, if you didn't know, I took out my flat piercing recently. I just wasn't feeling it anymore. So maybe I'll do an update on that, since that is an ear piercing and it's a little bit more, well, it's not really more prominent. These two are on my face, so they're more prominent, but it'd be interesting to see like a year from now what this flat piercing will look like, or even what my forward helix over here that had to be removed in the emergency room. We'll see what those look like roughly a year from now as well. Be kind of interesting to do a little update on cartilage piercings, like ear piercings compared to facial piercings. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever removed a piercing and then you found out you could put the jewelry back in like a year later, 2 years later, however long, or if you're kind of like me where it seems like it's halfway closed up, but maybe not fully closed up, or if yours was completely done, completely closed up within like 5 days or something like that. Let us know in the comments below. Also, let us know how your piercing looks after you removed it. You know, can you still notice like The indentation, can you really see it, or has yours kind of faded away? Let us know everything in the comments below. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to go down there and hit that subscribe button, as well as that notification bell so YouTube will let you know when I upload next. But until next time, bye everyone.